Thank you very much. Well, it is good to see everyone tonight. Big crowd, lots of new faces, and I think that's really good. And I think that that speaks to the fact that folks are upset. I'm Teresa Fox. I am running against Emily Randall for U.S. House of Representatives in the 6th Congressional District. Now, that's 6 counties on the Olympic Peninsula: Kitsap, Mason, Jefferson, Clallam County, Grays Harbor, and part of Pierce County, for those that don't know, but it's a big district. I got into this race because I have lived, born and raised in Bremerton, been a business professional here for 30 years. My family had businesses. I have watched this town and our district go downhill after 40 years of failed leftist policies. The kicking point for folks that don't know me already, the kicking point was when Emily Randall was in a Somali daycare fraud hearing. She should have been representing the folks out here in the 6th District and finding out how much all that fraud is affecting us out here in Washington State. But instead, she took the opportunity instead to race bait and state that white men commit a disproportionately higher rate of crime than illegal aliens. And we all know that that's not a fact. She alienated 67% of her constituents in her district, and she's not working for us. She's working for extreme and special interests. She's working as an activist. I was going to tell you a little bit about what's going on with my campaign. I've been busy. The 6th District is very, very large. I've been running around to as many meetings as I can possibly get to. Almost every single day, I'm at a meeting, an event, a town hall, talking to people, stakeholders, talking with people like our Olympic Peninsula Access Coalition, talking with other folks like our Tribes Council, our Timber Council, trying to get in to talk to people like the Northwest Detention Center, Kitsap Economic Development Council for around here, but just going out and talking with different stakeholder groups. So like I said, it's been very busy. I ran around the peninsula this past weekend, the whole peninsula, took a tour, talked to folks out there, talked to small business owners. Everybody is feeling what we're feeling here, that we're being represented by a very extreme activist with Emily, and that our needs regarding public safety and affordability, the taxes, the fraud, waste, and abuse, that those aren't being addressed. I'm going to talk just for a quick second about what Emily has been up to, and give me the hook when I'm getting near 5 minutes. But Emily, on the other hand, has been continuing to represent those special interests and do her extreme activism. She had a couple good trouble events with Bob Ferguson and Nick Brown. Rabble-rousing, not representing us. She's been fighting Trump on a daily basis against his horrific immigration agenda, stating that he's terrorizing Black and brown communities. She's continuing to incite violence with her rhetoric on a daily basis. She's talking about the LGBTQ community being under attack. She's working for them, working on the Epstein files. She's resurrected the Wild Olympics Act. This is all in the past month. And fighting Trump's repeal of the roadless rule, which is going to affect our timber forests, which is actually a good thing for our counties. And all the while, she is not representing our constituents and our main concerns, which is that public safety and that affordability issue. Another thing that has transpired in the past month is that we've gotten another even more extreme Democrat that has entered the race for this particular race. Her name is Macy Jones, and she's from Sequim. She's actually a Code Pink activist. She's been to Gaza, very into supporting Hamas and the Palestinian cause. So, just when you think that it can't get any worse, it kind of does. I'm hoping that we don't do worse than we already have in Emily. So definitely we need to get a Republican in office. And that brings me to my last couple minutes here. I want to appeal directly to the PCOs that are here tonight. And I know later on in your meeting that you're going to be talking about endorsements for the candidates tonight. And I just want to say that as you're looking at this particular race, that personally, I'm really excited that we have citizens like myself that are stepping forward to volunteer for public service. It's brave for our Trump Republican Leon Lawson that has entered the race. However, the race against Emily as the incumbent, it's going to be a challenging uphill race. And I really want you guys to think about what your candidate committee and your vice chair and your chair and the committee has to say about issues going forward with that particular candidate. We need to have somebody that has a real clean record on the books entering that race. And I feel like my background, my personal and professional history make me the best ideal candidate to challenge the entrenched incumbents. So thank you very much. I will be here afterwards, and if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer those. Thanks, you guys.